Good afternoon and welcome to a very blustery Beal farm at our spring barley variety trials. First time for a long time I've been able to put wellies on because the ground's actually a bit of dampness about it. So surprise, surprise, I'm going to talk about the weather. So what have we had? We've had a very extended dry spell. And as you can see by the crops, this is very reflective of what's been going on with a lot of these crops at the minute. Unfortunately, because of the dry in the roots and one thing that they weren't picking up a lot of nutrients or moisture, more importantly, to put down tillers. And a lot of them have lost a tiller, as you can see by what's going on here. But, pleased to say, in the last 7 days, we've had about 37 millimetres of rain has fallen on this field, which is absolutely superb. So it's come, hopefully, just in the nick of time. You know, I can look here and I can see that we've got some moisture into the roots here. Roots are still pretty good. They're all right. So hopefully, you know, we've got two tillers on these crops. Hopefully they can produce a good viable seed head and we'll get a good grain fill. As you can see, the awns are starting to peak out now as well, which is earlier, about 10, 14 days earlier than normal. Again, just reflective of the season. The plant wants to produce a seed head, so we'll, through stress, has possibly pushed the head out a bit earlier. But again, we've got moisture now, so hopefully we can get the grain fill into it. What have I done to the crop since the last time? Not an awful lot, if I'm perfectly honest. You just didn't want to touch these crops with anything, so we've eventually done some weeds in here. Not a dirty, weedy farm, so we've taken out the weed control in there. We've been keeping it going with trace elements to try and just keep the crop going the best we can. But the best saviour has been this last 7 days, 37 millimetres of rain. And that's made a big difference to these crops. So hopefully, in a week or two's time, we'll maybe come back again and we'll see how much they've progressed again. You can see where they're at now. I would hope that we'll see a good burst of growth into them. What's going on elsewhere? Winter crops obviously, as we've been saying all the time, they've had a much better root structure, but same thing applies. They've actually just come into the flag leaf and the ear a lot quicker. But because they've got the root structure, they're in good order. The winter wheats in particular are looking all right around here. We've been fighting yellow rust as our main disease this year. Last year it was septoria, this year it's yellow rust we've been fighting. But again, through good fungicide strategies, we've been able to keep on top of it. Winter barley's well headed now, and again, got some moisture into it, so hopefully we can get a decent grain fill onto them as well. So really, it's the age-old thing of we've got the crop canopy there now, so let's wait and see if we can get some sunshine onto these now with the moisture to try and get a decent grain fill. I keep talking about grain fill an awful lot, but this is where our yield's going to come from this year. We need big, heavy grains. So, as we've always said, weather is what dictates the crops now. So we'll just sort of see what happens over the next few weeks on it all. I think it's going to be, without putting predictions out there, it's going to be a relatively early harvest. You can see that coming at the minute, but all things good, there's a lot of stuff can happen in between now and then. So we'll come back in 2 weeks' time, having a look down here and see what the crop's done then.